What's going on, YouTube? JTUserborn here, and welcome back to another edition of my DC comic book reviews. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about Robin, issue number 6. This was written by Joshua Williamson, of course, with art by Gleb Melnikoff and colors by Luis Guerrero. So this one picks up right after the events of issue 5, which, as you know, was the start of the League of Lazarus tournament. And this issue is pretty much mostly all just fighting, sprinkled in with some character moments and a little bit of the plot moving forward with who Mother Soul's going to be, and also the whole like Book of Lazarus or League of Lazarus book that she's kind of got going on there. Like, because there's a lot, because this story is basically a big mystery too. Yes, there is a fighting tournament meant to showcase how the fighters are going to grow and who's going to become the best. But the main intrigue about the whole entire tournament is who is the League of Lazarus? What is this tournament? What is that demon that they're trying to resurrect? Who is Mother Soul? And I feel like we got some advancements in the plot there. And also some nice little character moments between Damian and Flatline. And then you also see kind of a group forming together about, hey, there's something more mysterious going on here that we should all be on the lookout for. So let's quickly summarize what happens, and then we'll continue from there. So basically, round one, Robin versus Blue Shrike. So Robin gets into a bunch of fights. Pretty much most of this book is entirely fighting. I mean, we have a whole 2-page spread here. This is Gleb's best work so far on the series. The line work is really strong. There's a lot of action sprinkled in. I mean, look at how much is just in the first couple pages alone. It's pretty much all just fighting. And then Robin has to fight against a Tengu warrior, which makes me think of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the movie. And pretty much once he takes him down, he's like, all right, I'm ready for the next thing. Mother Soul tells him he should rest my little demon. So afterwards, Damien's just kind of sitting to the side, drinking his little, I guess, coffee. Flatline's there, ripping hearts out. Again, he's like, is that her only move? Then she's like, and you can kind of see even like after she wins her fight, like you can still see the heart that she has kind of there on the sidelines. Like, hey, do you mind? So she sits next to him, and then she goes to kind of tell him about all the stuff that Damian missed with the tournament. Again, more action sprinkled throughout it. Someone gets killed by electrocution. XXL, Ravager, Counterhawk, all these people just destroying everyone in sight. So then they kind of bond over fighting and such. Like they're explaining the situation. Damien's talking about the different fighting styles. Flatline says something to him. Damien talks about how basically he says he would take away Respawn's whole weapons because he feels that is like it's kind of his crutch. But Flatline brings up a good point, saying, no, let him keep his toy. It is his crutch. He uses it to fight from a distance, which means he's not confident in his inside game. He's like, you're actually right. That's kind of cool. And then as they're having their conversation, she gives him his manga book. You know, the one that Damien's been reading, the one where he is the character of Ren. Like, I mean, the book, the manga itself mirrors his own real life. It's running parallel to his life, so the characters in that are connected to his story. In that story, he is the character of Ren, and basically this confirms that Flatline is supposed to represent Hannah in that book. Otherwise, why is this book even here? So yes, Damien's reading it. Sorry, you can use it. Oh, no, you first. So yes, this is just meant to cement their growing relationship that you can see in here. So when Flatline even says this line, it's good. I like that it's a romance about an art school, but also about being competitive. There you go. That's them. That's the two of them right there. That cements it. And also the next issue is supposed to be like, if you've seen the cover for it, you know it's supposed to be kind of about that. And I mean, this is kind of about building that foundation a little bit here. And then we get a little bit into who Flatline's origin is. She talks about her time with Lord Deathman, who seems to have an issue with manga. And Damien's like, oh, is that your father? See, we can even see here, so we don't really see her face here, so it's kept kind of mysterious, which I noticed she doesn't have kind of the face paint going on here, so clearly something went up when she was a kid, and then obviously things kind of changed, and she went for the whole, like, goth aesthetic, as we can see here. Obviously she had metahuman abilities, but I don't think she always looked the way she does here with, the whole Lord Deathman look going on here. I think maybe it's just kind of makeup she puts on, but we shall see. Also, as she's kind of telling her story, Alfred is basically pulling his Chef Gusteau to Damien's Remy the Rat a la Ratatouille when he's like, I like this one, Master Damien. He's like, shut up, Pennyworth, get away. And even she's kind of like, hey, you're a little bit haunted, aren't you? So like as she's kind of getting a little bit closer, like Alfred's kind of like interrupting, like, hey, go for it, kid. And he's like, no, get away. Just leave me alone. Then he kind of gets a little bit of a shoulder pain, and obviously he tries to go walk away. She intends to help him, but they're interrupted by Rose, who just is constantly teasing and giving this kid shit. Um, he's like, when you're done with your makeout session, he's like, it's not a makeout session. Leave us alone. And then Flatline goes to proceed about talking about how what they saw with Mother Soul tampering with the Lazarus Pits, and is like, this tournament is not what we're sold, is it? All that talk of sacrifices and that weird book she carries around. Is that why you're here, Robin? Batman sent you to investigate Mother Soul. Damian's like, no, I came here because I made a mistake a long time ago, which is why I must win. He's trying to rectify a lot of his past mistakes. And Damian's like, why should I trust you, Rose? You're the one who sold me out to Red Hood. And then he, I guess, calls Connor Hawk. Now you bring this bitch with you. He tried to kill me. And then Flatline kind of intervenes, like, hey, look. I mean, that's kind of a running theme. Everyone's trying to, like, kill each other here. It's a tournament. And while they're fighting, Ravager, or Respawn, I should say, shows up and kind of, like, interrupts their session. So he's like, are you guys making friends? And then he even kind of looks to Flatline, he's like, flirting. And then she kind of looks away, like, yeah, she pretty much was. He kind of goes in. He's just like, do you all really think you have a shot at winning? All you stop after you die twice, afraid of that third strike? Not me, each who act like some other reason to be here, eternal life or something to prove whatever. But the truth is, the four of you are not avatars of death. You're life's rejects. And when the time comes, are you willing to kill your friends? So that's what he's kind of asking. And then we have Mother Soul here wondering, are you ready? Then she's got a book, and all the ongoers are cheering, like, ready for the fight. Damian is, like, trying to get his hands on that book because it's the key to kind of everything. They're all about pleasing this demon. So, yeah, it's all about sacrificing that. So we get the fights. Robin's going to fight Respawn, Hawk versus XXL. Flatline's going to fight Drenched. Black Swan's going to fight Ravager. So that was set up there. And somebody's going to die. So that's the next step of the thing. So they're all kind of fighting. Respawn is there, said he, like, came to the tournament. He really wants to take care of Damian himself. Damian gets knocked back, but that was all just kind of a ploy for him to kind of get the book from Mother Soul. So there's a lot of good action going on in this issue here. And basically Damian kind of gets it, and then he comes to a revelation of once he's trying to figure out something hidden within the pits. And then I think I know who Mother Soul really is, but that's impossible. So we're about to learn who Mother Soul really is. I theorize that Mother Soul is going to be Damian's grandmother, or perhaps great-grandmother, maybe the mother of Ra's al Ghul, or Ra's al Ghul, or however you want to pronounce it. But this issue was actually really, really strong. It was paced exceptionally well. Like, this thing was just moving. Like, whereas the other issues so far have been, like, I mean, it's really been kind of taking its time so far, but now, after, like, issue 6, we got to kind of pick up the pace a little bit here. Let's get to some fighting. And if you're in it for the fighting, the whole death tournament thing, you get a lot of that in this issue, sprinkled in with some, nice little character moments and kind of building on the ongoing story. So overall consensus, I think this might even be the strongest issue so far. Definitely the art department, it's Gleb's best work. It maybe doesn't pack the emotional punch that issue 5 had, where we had that scene between Damian and Dick at the end of it. But I still quite like this thing, and I like that we're finally just moving on. We got to be at a really quick pace going on from this point forward, because we're still going to be in this tournament thing at least till the end of the year. I don't know what's going to happen in January, but I really want to see the story kind of pick up the pace a little bit, which this issue did. We're going to get in some little character moments going on there, and then next issue we're going to find out who Mother Soul really is. And you also have the thing with Damian and Flatline, and that forming relationship kind of going on there. Again, they're not really, like, rushing. It doesn't feel like they're really kind of rushing into it. It feels like they're kind of slowly taking their time with it. I mean, we've had 6 issues, basically, of that. It's not like they're really trying to, like, hurry up with it, although both their lives are paralleling that manga that Damian's reading, and she obviously read it too. So there's something going on there, and we'll kind of, like, that should be kind of cemented by issue 7 based on the cover and the synopsis of that thing. So we'll see where it goes from here. I really like this issue. I've been really enjoying the Robin book, and I think this is probably the strongest issue so far. I'm going to say it probably. Yeah, I think so. It's paced well. We got some good fighting and character moments and kind of the stuff you want to see in a whole tournament arc. So, all right, I think that's all I really have to say. What do you all think of Robin issue number 6? Did you like it? Did you dislike it? Tell me your thoughts in the comment section down below. Be sure to hit that bell for notifications, like this video, share with your friends, subscribe to the YouTube channel for more content. I got some more comic book reviews coming out later on today. Just want to get this one out like early in the morning, and then I'll get to recording some more. I think I got the Deathstroke one, Detective Comics, and I think there is maybe one other one I wanted to kind of get out today, but moving on at a good pace. So, all right, well, that's all I got to say. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. As always, take care now. Bye-bye then, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace.